Oh, the juice, baby, the juice. Not bad. Okay. Wait, no, I have to be in frame. I always did that. Welcome! Today we are making a beef Wellington. Second video in, and am I gonna butcher it? Probably, but let's try. Okay, so first we are going to, as you can see, have all these things here. There are so many things. I will walk you through step by step of what we actually have and what they're used for. So first we are gonna take our beef Wellington and we're gonna pat it dry, season it with salt and pepper, and then sear it. Only sear it for like max 10 minutes. We're gonna try to sear it in 3 sides, and we're going to try to sear each side for 2 to 3 minutes at most, because we are just trying to make sure that all the juice stays in and doesn't escape when we actually end up cooking it after. So first thing is we're gonna get some parchment paper. You're gonna have a nice pan, and we're just going to put this on here. And this is gonna be for our actual seasoning, so it's easier for our beef to be rolled into it. So we're just gonna take some salt. Again, for a beef Wellington like this, be generous with the salt, from what I've been told. Never made one before, but we're going to experiment. Okay. I get my beef at Rolling Acres Fine Meats in Barrie, and such a beautiful and nice man. He always gives us the best cuts. I didn't say where we live. We don't live in Barrie. Duh. Okay, so we're going to take some paper towel and we're going to just almost like wrap it and pat it dry. We want to make sure that all of the salt and pepper stick to it properly, and the only way to do that is to make sure that it's nice and dry. I don't know. Okay, so here we are. We have now patted it dry. We have our meat, and we're going to nicely roll it in salt and pepper. I don't know what I just said. So you're gonna use some sort of oil that is unseasoned, probably either canola, sunflower, and one that is good to heat up at really high temperatures. And you're gonna get your skillet nice and hot. Right now it's just burning. We're now going to sear our loin. So we're gonna try to sear it in 3 parts. So I'm gonna first start with one part here. Hear the sizzle. Okay, we're gonna let that go for a couple of minutes. Okay, we're gonna flip it and we're gonna put it on the 3rd side. So my pan is definitely not hot enough and I want it a bit hotter. So we're gonna keep it like this. We're going to put it down, and now we're going to cover it with mustard. Baster, I'm going to just baste it all around. We want to absolutely cover it while it's still warm in all the mustard and all the crevices as much as we can. Yeah, basically on the money. We did it. Okay. We are going to be blending, so I do have my blender here, and we're going to be blending them and dicing them. That way you're not spending as much time doing this. Save some time where you can. I have tried going mushroom picking with my parents once, I remember, and we picked probably like 6 bags of mushrooms. They were all bad. They were just all not good. So this is about how much butter you're going to need. Take it over your pan, leave it on here, and we're gonna put this on medium heat so it starts to heat up. We're going to take them out, so again, it should look like this. So very finely chopped. I'm gonna start sauteing it. Okay, I'm gonna move my camera angle in just a minute so you can see exactly what this kind of looks like. And it's because, again, they do retain quite a little bit of water, so you're gonna just be doing this for quite some time until you can cook all the water out. as well as cooking the actual mushrooms themselves. So I'm gonna put the other mushrooms in right now. Push these a little bit to the side and drop in the other ones. And have all of your little tools ready and handy, because sometimes you just gotta go quick. Mushrooms look funny when they are so finely chopped. So. A little bit more olive oil doesn't hurt, so you can just drizzle it on. Because it usually calls for a full tablespoon, and I did put a little bit less at the beginning because I was waiting to put the rest of them. Let that simmer for a minute or two. Now we're going to take half a cup of chestnuts, and we're going to chop those up. Here you go. Okay, I'm going to chop those in there. I like chestnuts. That's basically the whole bag. That is the whole bag, if you're using that one. Okay, just peel it. Okay, make sure it's all good garlic. There's weird pieces, take them out. I like to cut it at least a little bit before I put it in there. Why, I don't know, because it's just gonna chop it all anyways, but okay. As I'm doing this, I'm going to periodically be mixing the mushrooms to make sure that none of it burns. Garlic cloves. Okay, so now I'm going to take out 2 shallots. Make sure I like the way that they look. This one looks great. This one looks great. Okay, quickly cut the sides. Cut the sides. I like to peel one thin slice down the middle, and this way kind of makes it easier to unpeel. You don't want to waste too much of your shallot, but get the first layer and you're basically good all around. Okay, so we're gonna take this out. It now says that I'm going to take the lid off of that, and we're going to watch it nicely simmer. Okay, next steps, we are going to make the crepes. So right now, as you can see, we have the Wellington that's cooling in the fridge. We have the mushroom Duxelles, which is also cooling on the stovetop. Just letting it dry out again a little bit. As it cools, it will get a bit harder, and it'll be easier for us to maneuver when we actually start to play around with it and roll it out before we roll the Wellington in it. Okay, so to make the crepes, all right, set. Well, should have done this earlier. I didn't want to put half a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 large egg. So let me take my eggs here. So half a cup. Where did I put my half a cup? A cup of all-purpose flour, which we have in here. I'm gonna take this away because we are done with that for the time being. Okay, it probably will stick to everything, but let's try. So half a cup of flour, then 1 large egg and half a cup of whole milk. So I'm really excited to use this whole milk because I got it at, it's like those glass bottles. Look at this egg, again, from the farmer's butcher that I go to. Okay, 1 large egg. Okay. Now we have that. One of these with the Miller Dairy. Love the cows. Same one. I'm going to do whole milk. Then we're going to put it in here. Perfect. Little plate. Okay, we are going to then, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter and 1/4 tablespoon of kosher salt. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit less than 1/4 because I'm going to use again, no, 1/8, I'm going to use 1/8 of kosher salt. Maybe maybe it is. Okay. I'll do a little bit more. Okay. So kosher salt has been put in there. We are now going to put the butter, which I already have out, which is great. Okay, so again, I just kind of eyeball my, this probably should be room temp. I'm gonna try it because it is going in the blender, so we'll see. It doesn't say to make it warm, just unsalted butter. So we're just gonna wing it. Damn, okay. Okay, we're going to let this batter sit, and then for about 15 to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna set a timer. I'm just gonna leave this out. We have our pan. We're gonna take, it says half, but I'm gonna do it in a third of the batter. Put it in there. Wipe it. Put it all in the dollop. And then quickly you're going to swirl it around to make a crepe. Did I butcher it? Maybe. We're learning to make crepes today as well. Because why not just do even more? So we're gonna let this cook on the sides, as you can see. Maybe my thing is a little too warm. We stopped it. A spatula. Yeah, see, I have too much here, which I kind of want to spread it more evenly, which I didn't do, but I'll do that better on the next one. See, so you can see on the camera, the edges are themselves curling up. That means it's basically more or less ready to be flipped. So I'm going to stabilize this and go in for the flip. There's people that can just like do it like this. We're gonna try. Nope. 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 Almost. Okay, next one will be better. The next step is going to be what I have found to be probably the hardest when I've looked online, and it's going to be actually rolling the beef Wellington. So first we're going to take nice long pieces of plastic wrap. I'm going to put it here, then another one, in a way that is the exact size of your Toto. I love you so much. You'll get a small here. Okay, Toto's here. There you go. That's what the videos are. Okay, so now we're going to spread the Duxelles mixture all on the rectangle. And this is what's going to be the best part. Yeah, I will. I'm just putting it on first. My sous chef is great commentary. Can you do me a favor, love? Can you get me the yellow thing I use for my bread? Okay. Is this thin enough, or you want it a bit thinner? He like uses. So try to make a nice even layer everywhere you can. Just a little bit more on this side. Oh, Toto, don't eat it. What? No, it still has to sit for half an hour. That's the cool. Okay. So once this is done, we're going to now start with the crepes. So I'm going to take my gloves off. Waste of gloves, but that's okay. So how he had it, he like spreads it. So you're gonna spread it as even as you can. It's gonna be as flat because this is what you're gonna see the most. And I'm using this because there are other tools you can probably use. I just don't have them. Okay. I think this is straight, at least to me. Okay. And And then now you're going to place them like this, just on top of each other. No, I don't know why I'm butchering it. Okay, so there shouldn't be any space, just like that. Just like that. This one has to almost be moved in a bit closer, like that. And then we put the little one on the side. Okay. And now, wherever they do overlap, you want to just cut them slightly. Okay. And a little bit crispy, which I don't know if you should have them crispy. You basically want them like flat without cutting into your Duxelles or cutting into your actual cling form, the plastic wrap. Confidently, as they say, I'm going to be rolling it very tightly. So we're going to grab very tight, keeping all the pressure going. Okay. Okay. Hopefully this is enough. I think this will be more than enough. Okay, mine is very thick. I like it. Okay. Okay, so now as you get them to the edge, you want to take this and you want to carefully cut off all the excess of where they overlap. So I'm gonna, without cutting the plastic, because you definitely don't want to do that. Okay, I'm kind of just pulling it apart a little bit as I'm cutting it. All right. Maybe not enough prosciutto on that side. That's okay. Okay. Nice and tight. Now we're going to take this, we're going to roll the sides again. Okay. Make sure it's nice and round, nice and tight like that. On the side, and we're going to put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to put on the same plate. I'm going to remove my parchment paper and same plate and put it in for about 30 minutes, no less or no more, because then it's going to get soggy. Now we have the workstation set up for making the puff pastry, and this is just going to be, first we're going to dust our clean surface with just some flour. So I'm just going to put it all over. Don't know if you can see it, but we're first going to just separate all the whites into one. Oh, caught it. A lot of yolk. Take this and paint. Again, we're trying to make the size of the beef welly that we have right now, so it's kind of a rectangle, more or less. Maybe I should have taken it the other way. Maybe I still will. We'll see. Yes, I'm going to probably reflip. Should I have done that beforehand? Probably. Definitely thicker than most that I've seen on the internet. That's okay. We like them thick. We like them juicy. Okay, I think I need a little bit more on the sides and make my rectangle a little bit bigger. So you're going to wrap tightly around without breaking it. And you're going to do it on the other side. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. You're going to wrap. You're going to cut the edges together off. So you're going to cut any excess here. Weird to cut pastry, but we're doing it. I think I'm doing it right. a live and you learn process here. Okay, so we're gonna just fold it over each other, and we're just gonna make it, again, as, I think maybe I had a bit too much flour on my starting point. Again, see here, it's a little bit just because how they wrapped this. So I'm gonna put on the sides, I'm gonna make sure there's like least amount. I'm gonna make it try to stick to each other. Come on, puff pastry, stick to each other. Okay, I'm like cinching it a little. Okay, and we're going to, so I think probably I'll use this side. So I'm gonna take some egg yolk here, and I'm gonna cover it here, because this is just to make it stick on the inside of it. And we're gonna wrap it like a present again. So we're gonna go to the sides. You're gonna use as little amount of puff pastry as you need because you don't wanna have too many excess ones. Okay. I'm gonna cut a little bit because I don't think I'm gonna need all this. Or am I gonna need all this? Hopefully not, because now that I've cut it, maybe I'll regret it, but that's okay. Wow, this is fun, it's going everywhere. Okay. And again, like you're sealing an envelope on a present. Okay, I'm gonna just touch it up here. And just get it all on one side, get it all nice and clean. Try to squish it to the side so it becomes, again, a nice even circle. I'm gonna come to the side and do the exact same thing. So on this one, I'm probably gonna wanna use, this side is it'll cover the most. Okay. All right, so painting it. Honestly, even if this doesn't turn out as beautiful as I want it, I know it's gonna at least taste good because just the aromas that are coming out of this is absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna go as tight as I can on this side, cut that off. Again, any excess that I don't need, I'm gonna just trim here to make it a bit easier for myself. Even here, I don't think I need all that. Don't think I need all this. Just don't want too much going on around here. I'm gonna just seal a little bit on the inside here and here. Yeah. Just cover it like that. Okay. Okay. All right. I think it's, but from what I've seen, it's almost like, I don't know. It's like that. You kind of just want to spread them out. Your original knife cuts. And basically where you're not cutting, you're going to go and you're going to spread it out in the middle afterwards. And you get a bunch of random lines, and hopefully this turns out, and if not, we're just having fun, as always. Again, no sadness in this kitchen, even if you are going to spend, probably, if you're doing it like me, I don't know how long it's going to take me, probably like 10 minutes cutting this. It's okay. I'm going to do like, oh, that one's a little, I'm going to do like a finger width. See if this is the right method. Okay, let me kind of shape. Okay. Again, don't cut on your counter. You should be using a cutting board. I've done so fun, so fun. Can't have more fun than this. I drape it all over. Drape it nicely. Again, there's definitely too much of my puff lattice work. I cut it too short. As I've now just nicely realized, don't cut it too short, as I did. And then I'm gonna play around with it because, again, my cuts are just funny, the way I did them. If you had a lattice cutter set, maybe you would have been. Or don't press too hard because you're gonna move it. I almost did that in one spot, but just brush and try to get in every crevice. It should just be a nice eggy masterpiece. Salt, base, salt, 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 salt. Okay, that's it. That's it. It's all good. Put on medium heat. We are going to be adding 1 cup of red wine. So we're going to pour a nice red cup. Delicious red wine. Okay, so now we're going to be adding some shallots. So I've cut up 2 whole shallots, and here they go into the wine. And we're just basically making a nice sauce that's going to be complementing our beef Wellington. So as we're adding this in, we're going to also be adding 1 clove of garlic. I also diced that one up as well. Not anything small, but just in slices like this, okay? And we're also going to add 2 to 3 sprigs of thyme. Oh, the thyme. This is taking so fun. Okay, so now that that is in there, we're also going to add 4 to 5 whole black peppercorns. So I have my whole ones here. And count out, oh, it's too many. Oh, exactly 5, look at that. Okay, they're in there. They're cooking. So during this point, as you can see, it is getting nice and golden. I definitely put too much egg yolk at the bottom. Lessons learned for next time, that's okay. But if it is gonna get too crispy, which I still have probably another 20 to 30 minutes on it, you can just put some tin foil on top just to get it not to get too dark or to burn. So I'm still gonna give it probably another 5 minutes like this, and then I probably will end up putting some tin foil on top. Next step, so we've gonna let this simmer as much as I think I can without losing too much of it. We're gonna take this, we're gonna have a strainer, we're gonna have a bowl, and we're gonna take this beautiful sauce through the strainer. All the goodness is gonna come out. And we're just gonna clean up this because we are gonna, oh, whoops. We are gonna be putting this back into here. And the reason being is we're gonna put about a tablespoon worth of cold butter into this. And that is gonna help us hopefully thicken the sauce that I have going right now. For some reason, mine is just not thick enough. So I'm gonna put this on a simmer. I'm going to get all of this out, and we are going to be putting it back. So the sauce itself has gotten a lot thicker, it got some nice color in it, and it smells delicious. We're going to put just the sauce back. We're going to just, because this is in there, and hopefully it thickens it. Our beef Wellington has come out. I have split it somehow, but besides that, you know what? It's not that bad. It is nice and glistening. I'm going to let this baby sit for about 15 minutes. Here we go, moment of truth. Did I butcher it? That crunch. Oh, the juice, baby, the juice. Not bad. It's not bad. It smells really good. Perfect. I did it. My first Wellington. I didn't cut it straight though.